So we've got a few hours of essentially free time, of hobby time today. It's not much time, and the truth is I was gonna wait until tomorrow to do any kind of hobbying or filming. But recently in the online hobby space, there's been a bit of a lot of people have been just posting short form, realistic content. And what I mean by that is they're not doing an entire project in one video, more of the in-between moments and doing like multiple videos on one project. And for me, as a, obviously, you know, as a hobby person, that's really cool to see. Because it's realistic. Because, you know, realistically not everyone has 10 hours a day to, you know, knock out an entire project and edit that and make a video. Most people are just hobbying in the in-between times, free time, like right now. Anyway, the goal for today is just to get some good old hobbying, D&D planning in, and hopefully Kitbash a really cool boss or monster. Real quick, if you're one of my mates who's playing in the game in like a week, don't keep watching, go away. I'm not sure if I'm gonna spoil it for you, so yeah, look away. So at this point I'm sitting down and just trying to really decide where I want the direction of the encounter to go, because, you know, the encounter's not going to go anywhere if the players don't have any motivation. Because, you know, if you have the most amazing designed encounter possible and the characters have no real reason to be there, they're not going to want to fucking, you know, be there. So motivation and a will to keep going is really, really important. So long story short, you want to bribe the players into doing what you want them to do, because that's pretty much it, really. Okay, I just spent the last 10-ish minutes drawing up this. These are roughly plans for the dungeon or the encounter that I'm going to be running. Essentially, the party was sent to a cave that was found nearby to search it, make sure it's all good. But on the way in, they found something they weren't ready for, and they kind of started with them waking up in a cell. Pretty standard, pretty simple. And that's it. It is one of the players' first ever time playing D&D, so I wanted to keep it relatively simple. I've made good spots for like roleplay, good spots for combat, and ultimately a boss fight with some treasure at the end. I've tried making it really simple. Now, I'm still not sold on what I want the actual monsters to be. I'm thinking orcs, but that's pretty boring. I've already done cultists with a couple of them before. Let me show you my... That's too high. Let me show you my favorite D&D monster. Alright, the monster manual. Alright, here we go. No, that is way too bright. Gnolls. Gnolls are like hyena people, and something about them is really bloody cool. If you can see the stats, you know, they're not strong, but boy, I think they're badass. I think their plan is just gonna be to kitbash a cool monster and find a way to work it in, because that's what I'm feeling like doing. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, in order to kitbash, I need to find a good base model to work off of. Meet the bits box. This is when it comes in handy. I can do rats. I've got this weird double turreted, but it's not the right setting. Big scorpion, you know, that could be cool. That fits in a cave, but kind of boring, really. This box of by Dungeon Saga. I'm not sure if it's for a game or not, but it has some really cool stuff in it. I've used quite a bit of their miniatures and other random things, because all of the sculpts and the overall miniatures are really, really fun. I'll put some photos up now. I think we'll go with the big guy. And I'm thinking maybe lobbing off one of its arms, maybe new head. I think that's a start. Let's do that. But I'm not sure what I want to do with the kit bash. Normally the bits box has all the right answers. Normally. I actually could use the Scorpion as a tail and still incorporate it, but I think I want to save that for like a really cool thing. Not that this isn't cool, but like something, you know, something different. What about a huge great unclean one fist? That is solid. This was originally a banner, but I'm thinking about I could use it as a cool cape. You know, some more texture, that could be cool, could definitely work. I'm feeling the pressure for time, so I think I'm just gonna start hacking and gluing and see where it takes me. Which arm to lose? I like the upward pose of that one, so I think we'll chop off the this one. Alright. First cut. Very anticlimactic with nothing. Oh, okay. Oh, this plastic's actually really soft. It's kind of just crushing it rather than, you know, cutting it. Sometimes what I love to do when I'm feeling a bit, you know, not feeling too creative and I can't figure out what I want to do, is use some online tools such as Pinterest. Pinterest is amazing. I use heaps of ideas for bosses and monsters and like, come on, that's bloody cool. The account ArtStation, you can't see, but ArtStation on Pinterest, they use some really cool stuff. And you know, a really good practice or thing to do to if you want to get better or practice at making monsters is go on a place like Pinterest, find an image you like, and just roll up or create stats for it. Same with NPCs, and it just makes you get thinking about things that you normally wouldn't think about, right? That's what I like to do, and I still do it all the time. Very, very cool. Ugh. That was the last bit of the arm. So now, he's armless. Only took me 11 minutes to chop off an arm. That's embarrassing. We'll cut that all eventually. You know, if you see this, you know, because I've got it really out. So, editing on, cut the shit out. I really need a hobby sword. That would be game changing to hack in a way that now his arm looks like a chewed up bit of bubblegum. Also recently, as well as people doing more frequent uploads, that's too right. I've seen a lot of people starting their own channel and starting to make hobby vlogs, which is really cool. So if you're one of those people, let me know and I'll definitely check out your stuff, because you know it's all about, you know, it's all about sharing here. Well, I guess now I need a new arm because I did just spend half a millennia hacking his one off. I'm again drawn back to the Scorpion. What if I give it a claw? That's kind of cool. But I don't want to like pin it because it's not gonna hold with glue. What I might do is sculpt, actually. Equal parts, and then you just mix it. This part's always such a bloody mish because it just sucks. And also I think my milliput's getting old because it's quite hard and firm to mix. Well, while I'm here mixing it, I'm gonna tell you that if you are, you know, enjoying this kind of stuff, maybe consider giving, you know, a little subscribe or a like or a comment or all that YouTube stuff, because it really means a lot. Okay, I've got the milliput to a point where I can actually start using it, so I'll just attach it there. It all fell off. You know, it's moments like this chill, cozy night that are actually a lot more fun than, you know, doing big, crazy projects. Because in moments like this, it's just me and you guys, and I just get to kind of chill and hang out. To tell you the truth, I don't like it. I'm gonna try again. This third time is the charm. Okay, I just got to a place where I'm way more happy, and I'm actually really like it. So now I want to attach the back cape bit I was talking about before. And while I've called the milliput out, I may as well just use the milliput as a way to bond the two bits together. You know. Alright, that's looking like something. I feel like everything I make is orcs. 40k Orc Army. I'm currently doing a retro-themed orc warband for Warcry, and now this dude, a monster for a D&D campaign, is also an orc. You know what? No, fuck the orcs. I found a way cooler option. Check that out. That's rad, right? Okay. I am very happy with how this has turned out, and I think I got stuff I need to do. So that's where we'll call it quits. I think I don't have time to paint it tonight, and I know I keep leaving projects at the painting stage, like my retro orc band. I still need to paint that, but the reason I'm not doing it is because I've got the square bases, the right base sizes printing. My mate's 3D printing them, and I really want to experiment with oil paints, but I don't have any right now. So I think I'll paint this guy with oil paints in probably the next video, or whenever I get around to it. But yeah, this has been a really nice, chill evening. Thank you for hanging out. I'll get you some nice shots of the finished model now, and just have a good day or night. Have a good one. Alright. Cheers for hanging out. See ya.